Good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 28th, and as we step into this new morning together, we pause for a moment, just to breathe, just to become aware that we are not alone right here, right now. As this day begins, we come gently before you, Lord, and we remember your word in Psalm 27:1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. You are our light, not just around us, but within the places of our hearts that feel unsure or heavy this morning. You are our salvation, lifting what we cannot lift on our own. You are our strength, steady and quiet, holding us even when we feel unsteady inside. And Lord, for the one listening right now, you know what they are carrying into this day. Maybe a tired heart that did not rest well. Maybe anxious thoughts about what is ahead. Maybe uncertainty about answers that have not come yet. Just breathe your peace over them right now. Let your light gently touch every hidden worry, every silent fear, every thought they have not spoken out loud. Because your light is not distant, it is near. It is not harsh, it is gentle. It does not push us away, it draws us in. And so, we slowly step into this moment, not with pressure, but with trust. Trusting that you are already here, already working, already holding this day together. As we begin this moment together, we quietly open our hearts to you, Lord, and we say, come close, lead us, and let your light guide everything we face today. Today, we quietly declare, the Lord is my light. If you feel that truth in your heart today, take a moment and comment those words. The Lord is my light, not as a routine, but as a personal agreement between your heart and God. It helps anchor your spirit in truth. It helps keep your thoughts centered through the day, and it gently reminds you that you are not walking alone in anything you face. And now, let's step deeper into this prayer together. There are moments, Lord, when fear quietly settles in the heart, even for those who believe. Fear about outcomes we cannot control. Fear about tomorrow that feels uncertain. Heaviness of thoughts that keep returning again and again. And even unseen worries. The ones we do not speak, but still carry deep within. And yet, into all of this you come as light. Not as pressure, not as judgment, but as gentle presence. Your light does not rush the heart. It does not force change in a moment. It simply enters slowly, kindly, into the places we have been holding tightly inside. Psalm 27 reminds us that you are our light, and so even here, in this quiet space, that light begins to touch what feels heavy, and something begins to shift within us. Not all at once, but softly. Fear starts to loosen its grip. The tightness in the chest begins to ease. The mind, which has been racing, starts to slow down. Because your presence is not loud, Lord. It is steady. It is calm, it is safe, and we are reminded in this moment that we do not have to fight our emotions alone. We do not have to push through everything in our own strength. You are here with us, even in what we cannot explain, especially in what we cannot control. And so we rest in that truth for a moment. And if you are receiving this peace right now, gently like this prayer, you can softly like this prayer, not as a habit, but as a quiet agreement in your heart. A small act that says, I am receiving this peace. A silent connection that reminds you that you are not alone in this moment of faith. Because even this simple act becomes a reminder that we are walking through this together, in trust, in calm, and in the gentle light of God's presence. There are seasons, Lord, where the heart feels unsure about the next step. Decisions feel heavy, paths feel unclear, and waiting seasons stretch longer than expected. In these moments, the mind tries to find answers quickly, but peace feels distant. Yet your word in Psalm 27 reminds us that you are our light. A light not just for the destination, but for each small step along the way. And so we bring our uncertainty before you right now. The decisions we are holding, the situations we cannot fully understand, the outcomes we are waiting for in silence. We place them gently in your hands, because you do not ask us to see the whole path. You simply ask us to trust the light you give for today. And even when we feel unsure, we are not walking blindly. We are being guided, quietly, steadily, one step at a time. You already see what we cannot see. You already know what is ahead, even when we do not. So we release the pressure to figure everything out. We let go of the need to control every outcome. And in that letting go, something begins to soften inside us. Confusion loosens its grip. Restlessness begins to settle. And slowly, trust begins to rise. Not loud, not sudden, but calm and steady, like a quiet reassurance in the soul. You are not absent in this, Lord. You are present in it. And we are reminded that your guidance is not always fast. but it is always faithful. You are not rushing us, but you are leading us. Not pushing us, but gently holding us in direction and peace. So today we choose to trust your presence more than our questions. We choose to rest in what we know of you, even when we do not know what comes next. And in that trust, our hearts begin to settle, just a little more, into your guiding light. There are moments, Lord, when the heart feels exposed, when we step into our day and something inside quietly wonders about people, about situations, about what might come against us that we cannot see yet. There is a quiet vulnerability we carry, even when we try to appear strong. But in Psalm 27, we are reminded that you are not only our light, you are also our shelter. And so we come to you with that awareness today. Every hidden fear of opposition, every concern about misunderstanding, every quiet worry about emotional strain from people or circumstances, we place it gently before you. Because your presence is not only guidance, it is covering. A covering that is not loud or forceful, but steady and secure. A sheltering light that surrounds the heart with peace. And even now, in this very moment, there is a sense that we are not uncovered or unprotected, we are held. You are our protection in ways we cannot always see. You guard what we cannot guard ourselves. You strengthen what feels fragile inside us. And you remain near, even in places where we feel most vulnerable. So we do not step into this day alone. We do not carry ourselves through every moment in our own strength. We are held even now, quietly, gently, in your faithful care. And as this truth settles into the heart, something begins to shift. Fear loses its sharpness. Anxiety becomes less loud. And in its place, a quiet calm begins to form. Not because everything around us has changed, but because we are aware that we are covered. This is the kind of confidence Psalm 27 speaks of. Not a loud courage, but a steady peace that comes from knowing we are not exposed. And so today, we rest in that covering, we breathe in that safety, and we allow our hearts to be strengthened, not by what we can control, but by the quiet assurance that you are with us, surrounding us and holding us in your peace. There are seasons, Lord, where waiting feels heavy, when answers do not come quickly, when prayers seem to move in silence, when the heart has been hoping for a long time yet still stands in uncertainty. And in those moments, the soul can feel tired, not because faith is gone, but because the waiting has been long. Yet Psalm 27 gently calls us to this posture, wait on the Lord. And so we bring our waiting before you today. The delays we do not understand, the silence that feels unanswered, the uncertainty that lingers longer than we expected. We lay all of it quietly in your presence. And we are reminded that waiting in you is not empty, it is not wasted, it is not abandonment. It is a place where you are still working, even when we cannot see it. A place where something is being shaped within us, even in the stillness. A place where our hearts are being prepared, even when nothing seems to be changing on the outside. So we begin to see waiting differently, not as delay alone, but as trust that is being formed. Not as absence, but as unseen preparation. Not as silence, but as gentle shaping in your hands. And slowly, something begins to shift within us. Frustration starts to soften. The pressure to rush ahead begins to ease. And in its place, a quieter strength begins to grow. A strength that does not come from answers, but from trust. A steadiness that does not depend on timing, but on your presence. We do not need to force what is not ready. We do not need to carry what is already in your hands. We simply remain here, steady, open, and willing to trust you in the waiting. And in that surrender, our hearts begin to settle into a deeper peace. A peace that says, even here, even now, you are still with us, and you are still working. There are moments, Lord, when the heart feels quietly tired. Not always in obvious ways, but in a deep inner way, where emotions feel heavy, and the soul carries more than it can easily explain. Some are carrying emotional wounds. Some are carrying quiet grief. Some are simply feeling worn down by life itself. And in this space, we come honestly before you. We do not need to hide anything from you. We do not need to present ourselves as strong when we feel fragile inside. We simply come as we are, open, honest, and in need of your gentle touch. And your light, Lord, is not harsh toward us. It does not expose to harm. It restores, it heals. It softens what has become tense inside us. So we let that light reach into the places we cannot fully express, the thoughts we have carried too long, the emotions we have held quietly, the heaviness we have learned to live with, and we do not rush this moment. We simply allow it. There is no pressure here to be fixed quickly, no urgency to become something else in a moment. Just the quiet presence of a God who heals slowly, gently, and deeply. And in that presence, something begins to happen within us. The weight does not disappear all at once, but it begins to feel lighter. The tension begins to ease. The inner noise begins to soften. Peace starts to settle, not around us only, but within us. Like a steady calm returning to places that have felt unsettled for a long time. You are restoring what has been worn down. You are bringing strength where there has been fatigue. You are gently lifting what the heart has been struggling to carry alone. And so we rest here for a moment, letting your presence do what only you can do. Not forcing change, but receiving healing. Not striving, but resting. And in this quiet space, the heart begins to feel held again, gently, safely, and deeply loved in your light. We come now, Lord, with quiet gratitude in our hearts. Not because everything has been perfect, but because through every moment of this prayer, we have been reminded that we are not alone. You have been with us in the beginning, in the middle, and you remain with us now. And we hold on to this simple truth from Psalm 27, that you are our light. And that light does not end when this moment ends. It does not fade when the prayer becomes quiet. It continues with us, into the hours of this day, into every step we will take, into every thought we will face. So we do not leave this place empty. We carry something with us, a steady peace in the mind, a quiet strength in the heart, a gentle clarity in our steps, not because life becomes instantly easy, but because your presence remains constant within it. And we ask you, Lord, to bless this listener now. Let peace settle over their thoughts today. Let strength rise gently within their heart when they feel tired. Let clarity guide them when decisions feel unclear, and let them move forward not in fear, but in quiet trust. Remind them, in small and gentle ways throughout this day, that they are still held in your light. And as we close this time together, if this prayer has brought peace to your heart today, you can softly subscribe to this channel. It is a simple way to stay connected to daily morning prayers like this, to keep receiving gentle encouragement, and to walk consistently in moments of prayer and peace. It is not just about content, but about staying spiritually accompanied, especially in seasons when you need calm, strength, and reassurance most. And now, go gently into this day, not hurried, not afraid, but quietly held in the light of God. Amen.